Welcome to the Loungers Podcast. What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the Loungers Podcast. And on this podcast, I'm going to be talking to you about judging others, those that have been through rehab, those that are either coming off of drugs, those that have been on drugs in their past, and all of those that want to judge you because you made a bad decision. You made the wrong choice. One of the problems today, and this is something that, I see this in law school with juvenile delinquents and drug use and stuff like that. One of the problems with even juveniles that's, done drugs, or that get put on probation, whatnot. Here's one of the problems. Now, the public eye don't see this that much. They don't see it this way because it's never spoke about. And then I'm going to get to just judging those in general that's had a rough past because of policy. Okay, policies under juvenile delinquents and exactly how the public look at them. Most of the time when we hear the word juvenile or delinquent, there's already a picture painted in our minds. Before we even hear what the crime is, if I walked up to you and said, that's a delinquent over there, that's a juvenile right there, if I said, hey, that over there's a juvenile delinquent, you've already got your thoughts about him before you even know what the crime is that he or she did. That's because of social media. That's because of perception and policy. And the bad thing is, it's not getting any better. We need to know what the crime is that they did. And then we need to put them through the right process. Yes, even punishment. But also to solve the problem. Rehabilitation. If someone goes out and vandalizes something out of anger, then what's that tell us? That juvenile's got an anger problem. So let's figure out what the problem is. Let's go deeper than, well, he needs anger management or she needs anger management. There's a reason why they're angry. Why are they angry? Let's not just judge them because, oh, well, that kid there's nothing but trouble. That's not the way to handle it. Some people think that a lot of juveniles, they get in trouble because they got mental health conditions. That's not as true as you think. Okay, that's not as true as you think. There are teens that have mental health conditions, but it's not high as you're thinking at all. Not at all. There was a report, and I'm going to try to pull it up here if I can get to it quick enough. That talks about teens and mental health conditions. I'm going to try to look it up here real quick. Okay, let's see here. Um, like right here. Children and teens. Fact one. Sorry. 1 in 5 children ages between 1 and 3, or between 1 and 3 and 1 and 8, they either have or will have a serious mental illness. That's not that. I mean, the problem is we need to be looking at what's going on besides, oh, well, that kid has a mental health condition. What caused it? Where'd it come from? Was it there at birth? Like it says here on the number, between 1 and 3. Was this something that happened at a very young age? Or is something else going on? What's the parents doing? Are they supportive? Are they there for their kids? Are they responsible with their kids? Are they showing them love and care? Is there fighting going on at home? Is there drinking going on at home? Is there a lot of drama going on at home? Is there a lot of instabilities going on at home? What is going on? We are never going to fix teens on drugs or teens getting in trouble for as long as we continue to let policy automatically take over. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Look it up. Look it up. Look up policy and perception for juvenile delinquents. A lot of these policies are hurting our teens more than they are helping them. And more than just hurting the teens, it's hurting the parents. It's hurting the law officials. A probation officer can only do so much. Counselors can only do so much because of policy. We got to go back to the drawing board on some of this, or it never change. It's got to go way above me or you in order to look at policies, to look at the way things are being placed, right? So, anyways, that's my take on that. It was something I was discussing in a discussion that I was having in class too. So I thought, well, I'll talk about it a little bit, but the numbers aren't as high as what we think. A lot of people probably think that it's 80 or 90, 70, 80%, but it's not. It's lower than that, but it's still a problem. So, now let's talk about those that have been on drugs, that's on drugs, that did drugs, that's trying to stay away from drugs, that's coming off drugs, that have relapsed, that, whatever situation it might be. If you did drugs, you need to stop listening to the ones that are just beating you down. You can do better, and you know it. You can get through it, and I believe that. It's not easy. It's not easy. But I believe you can do it. I believe that for as long as you believe in what you're doing, and as long as you stay strong and ignore the ones that want to throw insults and judgments at you, you'll get through it. See, we see people failing when they start listening to those that put them down. They figure, well, if no one's going to give me a chance, then what does it matter? Well, it does matter. It matters because It's your health. And it's your life. And when those people lay their head down at night that judge you, they don't care how you're feeling about what they said about you. They don't care that you might be upset because they judged you. You're the one laying down at night worried about it. You're the one laying down at night concerned about it and upset about it. But I'm telling you, no matter what it is you've been through, no matter what drug you went through, or that you took rather, it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you someone that doesn't belong. See, you belong just as much as I belong or anybody else belongs on this earth. This isn't just my earth. It isn't just his earth or hers earth. It's all of ours. You're not walking around because you're lucky and at any minute someone's going to tell you to you don't got the right to take a walk or you don't got the right to breathe. You've got every right that we have. And you've got the right to not listen to the insults. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I agree with those that did different kind of drugs. You know, I wish that they never did it. But that's not the case. The fact of it is, you did it. And now you got to move on. You got to forget about what you did and pay attention to what you want. Forget what you did and pay attention to what you want. Forget the mistakes and fight for the success. Forget the judgment and ignore the haters. Don't listen to them. You're just as good as me. And I'm just as good as you. And we're just as good as them. And they're just as good as them. Right? They're not better than you because they didn't make that wrong choice. Everybody makes wrong choices regardless. Right? So it doesn't matter what the wrong choice was. That person made a wrong choice. Are you judging them for their choices? No. They have no right to judge you for yours. Are you judging them for their mistakes? No. They got no right to judge you for yours. Don't go back and drag yourself down because you're letting someone convince you that you're a failure. Never let somebody convince you that you're beneath them. As a matter of fact, now's the time when you need to start learning how to forget and how to take on leadership. Stop being a follower and become a leader. And show everybody else that's been through what you've been through how they can get through it as well. Turn your negatives into a positive. If you was on a drug for, excuse me, if you was on a drug for 2 years or 3 years and then you stopped, turn that into a positive and become a leader and show other people how they can get through it too. When someone tries to put you down, smile at them. Tell them to stop wasting their time. That's one thing we've never done here at the lounge is judge somebody for doing drugs. You made a mistake. And now you're just looking for a friend. Someone to listen to you. Someone to be there for you. Someone to believe in you. Well, we believe in you here. So that's my tip for you today. If you got any questions, comments, feel free to leave your comments below. I'm thinking about having a live stream one night, bringing others on that's been down that same path, that's done drugs or that made that wrong choice. Just to have a support hour for any of you that want to be a part of it. But I got to see what happens with this first. I got to see where this goes. And if I see that it's getting enough attention, then we'll do it. Okay? But I'm telling you, don't listen to others because they want to judge you for your past. We all have a past. And if they don't like yours, you can tell them to kiss your past. I protected myself on that one. But no, I believe in you, friend. And I believe that you can do better. And I believe that you will. So become a leader today and forget your past. Comment below. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Tap on that subscribe if you're not a lounger. Help us continue to fight and reach 1,000. We don't got far to go. It's you helping us when you hit that subscribe button. And I'll talk to you soon.